Hi, brother teacher here. I have for years had an issue with dandruff in my head, and uh, always really noticeable when you wear dark clothing, a shirt or a jacket, when you comb your hair, the little flakes. And many of you who have experienced this issue with dandruff, you would know that to be true as well. And you would also know to be true the fact that dandruff is actually skin, it's skin cells or flakes. So we get dandruff throughout our whole body, if you want to call it dandruff. It's actually microscopic skin cell breakdown because our skin is always regenerating. Millions of skin cells we lose every day, and they're replaced by millions and millions of skin cells as well. That's our body regenerating itself, and the cells more specifically on the outside. So it's more prominent in the head that you can see the skin flakes that we commonly call dandruff. And oftentimes this is due to heredity, and even more so to an improper and unbalanced diet. Unhealthy oils through processed foods, for example. If you want to change that around, you can start consuming healthy oils such as avocado, coconut oils, beans and nuts and things of this sort to get those healthy oils, to include fish. So now you have dandruff. Can never seem to really get rid of it. Don't forget this point. What do you think causes yeast to grow? The fungus, yeast, moisture, heat, and even darkness. Okay? Did you ever think that that's what's on top of your head? Yeast? I'm a witness. I've experienced this, and I continue to experience this. I have it under control to a great degree because I'm aware of the situation. Now, when your head is moist, you can take your fingernail, go to your scalp and scrape it, and you will end up with an accumulation of some material underneath your fingernail. That's yeast that's growing on your scalp. Now, when you have this yeast growing on your scalp, what's happening is that it's causing your pores to be clogged up, and secondarily causing you to not have the ability to produce hair in the amount that your body should naturally. In other words, you're blocking the hair follicles, and when people's hair start to thin out, a lot of times it's because their pores are blocked. It could be nutrition, like I said before. You could be lacking certain minerals, such as selenium and zinc even. But anyway, let's cut to the chase. How do we minimize or get rid of dandruff or excess oil in our scalp and the yeast along with it? What fights yeast? Two things that I know that are very good for fighting yeast on your scalp: apple cider vinegar and baking soda. When you take a shower, you can get you some baking soda, make a paste, rub it into your scalp, let it sit there for about 15 minutes, and rinse it out. What does baking soda have that's popular? It is a antibacterial agent and an antifungal agent as well. It kills odors, kills bacteria and yeast, ladies and gentlemen. So now, since you use the baking soda as a shampoo, so to speak, what would be your rinse? I'm glad you guessed this. Apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar fights yeast, fungus. Get your spray bottle. I personally would say 2 parts apple cider vinegar and 1 part water. Spray it directly onto your scalp until it's saturated. Leave it on there for about 20 to 30 minutes and rinse it out with some warm water. Do this a couple times a day. Not necessarily the baking soda. You can do that twice a day if you like. So let me warn you. You're supposed to have oil on your scalp. Oil is natural to your body. It's supposed to lubricate, keep things moving and soft and subtle, especially your scalp. You don't want your scalp to become too depleted of oil and dry, because you're going to leave it open for outside sources to come in and begin to irritate your scalp. Okay, so you want to do this sparingly. So I would suggest make sure that you do this no longer than about a week starting out till you get used to it. Wash your hair 3 to 4 times a week. Now, if you have a shampoo that is not the store-bought chemical type and perfume type, that's a natural shampoo, please use that by all means. But as a backup shampoo, as I pointed out, if you really want to fight the yeast and the fungus on your scalp, use the baking soda. I wouldn't use the conventional method at all. I wouldn't. I would use the baking soda. It doesn't have the fragrance like the other stuff, doesn't smell as good as the other stuff. As a matter of fact, it's bland. It's the white powder that comes in the box, the yellow box, Arm & Hammer, or whatever brand it is. Make your paste throughout your whole head. Let it sit for about 15 to 20 minutes again, and rinse it out, and then follow it up with your apple cider vinegar as a conditioner, and let that sit for about 20 to 30 minutes. And do this about 4 times a week, and you will begin to see your scalp a lot cleaner, a lot fresher. You'll feel a lot better, because you're going to have less dandruff. And over a period of time, if you change your diet from all of the processed things that you're eating and eat more holistically, and what I'm saying holistically, I'm saying organically, fresh vegetables and food, period, if you want to do this. And your oils should be natural, organic oils such as avocado, coconut, your nuts, and your beans, and so forth. Those are natural oils. Consume these and stop eating and consuming the processed oils, the vegetable oils, and the cottonseed and the safflower and sunflower seed oils, and all of this type of stuff. That's not healthy for you. So this was my take on how to deal with dandruff. And don't forget, I'm a user of the product, baking soda and the apple cider vinegar, and it does work. Take care.